Hello sir, I am Ajinkya and along here with me is Weber, and we are going to discuss nanotechnology in aerospace applications in this PowerPoint presentation. I'll walk you through the contents of this presentation. First I'll discuss trends in research, then some commercial applications, and Weber will shed some light in on the some military applications of nanotechnology. Well, sir, it is the demands of industries that push the scientists towards new innovations, and in particular applications for aerospace or aircraft. The materials should be lighter, they should be stronger, they should be more durable than ordinary materials, and their resistance to extreme conditions must be very high. Also, the materials with specific set of properties are more suitable towards this field of application. Nanotechnology has had a great impact on the development of new technologies. For example, when Intel launched its core lineup of processors, the architecture was based on a 32 nanometer process. Now in 2016, we have 6th generation processors which have a 14 nanometer architecture. This is the measurable improvement that has translated into more efficient performance. The advancement in composites has led to use of 20% of composites in the vehicle structure by automotive giant Toyota. New water repellent paints are becoming more and more common, and there is also an exploration of application of carbon nanotubes. Moore's law states that the computing power has and will double every couple of years. But how to achieve this? The answer lies with the use of carbon nanotubes as SPM tips. By doing this, a single atom can be manipulated, which in turn will give us sub-angstrom level accuracy. The main application of this technique is the engraving on silicon surface, which will provide us with precise control on the bus size of microprocessor structure. This will result in improved performance and miniaturization of the processor architecture. This process can very well be applied to other applications as well. Active materials are nothing but the molecular machineries that has the dimension of an atom or the dimension of sub-angstrom level. So the carbon nanotubes make an excellent candidate for this materials. One such example of an active material is the shifting material that can be used to construct the aerofoils of airplane. Another example could be human tissue or any active tissue or any living tissue for that matter that can be coupled with protein machinery. There are many applications of nanotech, and we are going to discuss two of the main applications, that is advanced composite materials and de-icing materials. I would like Weber to shed more light onto this.
Hello sir, this is Webatul and I am going to discuss about the advanced composite material. Traditionally the aircrafts are being built from metals. Metals in themselves are heavy and thus make the aircraft heavy, which results in more fuel consumption. Advanced composite material can offer advantages in terms of weight reduction. It can bring about 20 to 50% of weight reduction. It has certain advantages like it doesn't get corroded and it doesn't have any fatigue problem. Also it can have high impact resistance and high damage tolerance. Therefore, advanced material implementation offers benefits in aircraft building. The advanced composite materials are made up of are made up of combinations of two or more organic or inorganic components. They consist of nanofibers embedded in a matrix. The matrix is made up of epoxy or polyamide materials. This material holds the things together. The fibers serves as a reinforcement which are embedded in the matrix. These fibers can be glass fibers, boron fibers or carbon fibers. The advanced composite materials are made by laying nanofibers in a tape or fabric form. They are put in a mold under heat and pressure and the resin flows over the nanofibers. Then the heat is removed and it gets solidified. We can get the advanced composite material in various shapes. In some cases the fibers are tightly bonded to increase its strength. Traditionally, the planes are being made from aluminium, and aluminium is heavy, thus making the plane heavier, thus consuming more fuel. So, in earlier 1950s, only 2% of the structure were made from the composite material, but now around one third of the plane structure is of composite material, making it stronger and lighter to around 20% and lighter, thus more fuel efficient. Icing has always been a major issue in aircraft industries. Icing can occur both on ground and mid-flight. Ground icing only occurs when the temperature is below or nearing freezing conditions. With increased ice buildup on the smooth surface of the aircraft, the drag increases and thus decreasing the wing's ability to create lift. When the plane is in air, icing can occur and plane's performance may suffer and disaster may take place. As we can see from this picture, like there, such catastrophic can occur. To avoid this, the de-icing methods are being used. Currently, the de-icing techniques used are the use of bleed air, the mechanical boots. But these technologies or these techniques are too complex, too heavy, and too much power. Therefore, we can use here the nano application to reduce de-icing. The solution to this de-icing problem is given by a scientist from UK who used de-icing fluid. It is a nanotechnology which uses a carbon nanotube coating which can be spread on the plane prior to flight. These coatings can be energized by electrical systems on board, and on energizing these carbon tubes by electricity, the nanotubes get heat up and thus prevent ice formation. Now we are going to discuss the military applications of composites. Composites were first used for military aircraft during the Second World War. Now the modern automobiles have growing quantity of onboard electronics and microprocess control systems which can be adversely affected by the electromagnetic interference. The conductive polymer composites offer a cost-effective and process-friendly alternative to metal. The coating of the composite will improve the electromagnetic shielding and electrostatic discharge to prevent the electronic disruption. The electromagnetic radiation is either reflected or absorbed by the shielding composite material. So, in this way, the composite materials can be used in military applications. These are some references from where we got our data. Thank you.